Shalom, first and foremost, we give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto the Most High God, Yahweh. We do so in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world calls Christ Yahweh Shai. It's your brother, Chief Priest, Alazar Lawyer, a.k.a. the Guerrilla Hebrew.
It's the priest aside.
Coming back at y'all with another Shabbat, powerful, spiritual Shabbat class, Shabbat Shalom. It is the 15th day of the third month, full moon, okay? So you understand the lunar cycle, we follow the lunar-based Sabbath. So when it's a dark moon, half moon, full moon, and another half moon, those would be the Shabbats. As the sign that the Most High commanded back in Genesis, the first chapter. So the night is a full moon night through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So it's also Haitian Flag Day. Okay, it's also Haitian Flag Day. For those of y'all familiar with that. You know, a lot of Caribbean countries, Central and South American countries, we do things, we have our like Independence Days, and then we also have our Flag Days. So it's like we have two. Instead of like, you know, y'all know America got like Memorial Day and 4th of July. Well, that's kind of like what it is. Like everybody got a Flag Day. The Jamaicans got it. You know, everybody got a Flag Day, and then they got their Independence Day. Our Independence Day is January 1st. So, because we essentially January 1st, 1804 is when we consider ourselves officially totally sovereign and free of French rule. And then we began to expel the French and kill the French. Well, we was already killing them, but like the 1804 massacre ensued after that. And then, of course, all this month, the month of May, is Haitian Heritage Month. So, you know, you have that. So all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Vivite, Quam Lawyer, all that good stuff. So yeah, we want, before we get into our typical Sabbath service, I want to go into some current events, or at least just one current event that is befalling Haiti. Not just affecting Haiti, but Haiti is getting affected the worst. The tribe of Levi is being affected the worst, according to biblical prophecy, by this current crisis. Yeah, it's 3:37 here in Atlanta too. So yeah, there's some serious stuff going on, you know, on the island, as there always. It's you know, I say that like it just started. Like it's always something serious. There's always some type of crisis. There's always some type of hell and adversity that we, as a tribe of Levi, I mean, the nation of Israel is always going through something, but Levi, you know, we kind of get it the worst. And, you know, all praise Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because it's all according to prophecy. And he going to save a righteous remnant out of that. That's according to the prophecy. Right? Matter of fact, get that in Ezekiel.
Yeah,
No, there you go.
that one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Shalom to everybody. I see y'all, man. Get up in here. I know it's late, but get up in here. It ain't even that late on the West, 12:30. I know y'all up on the West Coast. Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel chapter 44, verse 10. And the Levites that are gone away far from me, when Israel went astray, which went astray away from me after their idols, they shall even bear their iniquity.
Mm-hmm.
Yet they shall be ministers in my sanctuary. Just
awake. The water Yahweh Shemal Shabrakatah. It say, the Levi went away, yet we shall be ministers in the sanctuary. Read on.
Yet they shall be ministers in my sanctuary, having charge at the gates of the house, and ministering to the house. They shall slay the burnt offering and the sacrifice for the people, and they shall stand before them to minister unto them.
See that? So there you go. That's what's getting ready to happen, man. All right. Yet we shall be the ministers of the Most High Yahweh. All right. But yeah, there's some serious stuff affecting the Caribbean, South and Central America right now. And it literally is as a direct result of United States intervention, the U.S. sticking their nose in everybody's business, etc. All that's happening because the white man is the devil. So we're gonna go into that. We're gonna go into that now through the Spirit. Where we at? Yeah. There we go. All right. Okay, so we're going to read this article. Okay, so it's via Fox News, and it says, without Venezuela's oil, Haiti struggles to keep the lights on. Right, so go ahead and start with reading the article out.
Khan says, Port-au-Prince, Haiti. When her daughter was 4 years old, Jennifer Jean started a small catering business in Bourdon, a lower middle-class district of the Haitian capital. Starting with the occasional wedding or corporate meeting, she grew the business into a venture that earned her as much as $1,000 a month, enough to pay bills and send her now teenage daughter and her 7-year-old son to a good private school. Then the blackout started, making it impossible to do basic activities. Without refrigeration, she now has to buy ice on the street to keep her prepared food cold. I almost said verse 2, my fault. Quote, back in the day, you were able to take your car out at any time of night, 1 a.m. or 2 a.m., says Jean, who is thinking of migrating to the United States. Now all the streets are dark. You just don't know what you're going to run into. Through the Venezuelan aid program...
Salaki, keep going.
It says, through the Venezuelan aid program...
Okay, so the tribe of Asher, they were blessed, according to the Bible, with abundant resources. They have all kind of precious metals, iron, ore, etc., which is according to biblical prophecy. But something they also have is oil, especially the Venezuelans, right? So the Venezuelans, they have a aid program called PetroCarib. So they help, especially the tribe of Levi, showing you the togetherness that's going on amongst the tribes down there in the Caribbean, South America, things of that nature. Okay, they created PetroCarib, okay, just to give basically cheap gas to brothers that struggle, right? Read on, because Venezuela, you know, they at one time had a good economy that was based on oil exporting, right? So read on.
Yeah, even to this day, I want to say that Venezuela has the largest oil reserve in the world.
Now it's all messed up now.
It's all messed up now.
It's all messed up now. And we're going to go into that, why it's all messed up. They probably still got a lot of oil. But the thing is, too, quiet as it's kept, Haiti has, they say, as much or possibly more oil than Venezuela. But people aren't drilling. Like, Esau's trying to get in there and start drilling. And it's kind of like a fight right now. Because Levi rightfully is supposed to have that. But Esau is trying to get it. So that's the messed up thing, that oil shortage is leading to power outages when we got oil in the island. But it takes time to, you need an oil refinery built. It takes a lot. But go ahead.
It says, through the Venezuelan aid program known as PetroCarib, Haiti once received roughly 60,000 barrels of oil a day under favorable terms that beat anything on the open market.
Right. That's 60,000 barrels a day. That beats anything on that was a brotherly thing to do for the tribe of Asher, right? Read on.
More than half the cost of the oil, which came at a heavily discounted price, were repayable over 25 years at a 1% interest rate.
There's nobody on earth that would give you that type of deal. Save your own brother, right? Read on.
Allowing the government to supposedly use the windfall for economic development. In exchange, Haiti reliably backed Venezuela against the United States in regional forums such as the Organization of American States.
So let's stop there, right? So this was a good deal that the tribe of Asher and the tribe of Levi, through the Spirit of the Most High, reached terms on, right? Then, in exchange for this, Haiti says, I'm going to stand behind Venezuela against America. So now we see who has the most to gain through messing this situation up. America does, right? Because they have another person opposing them. Well, now if Haiti's getting in bed with Venezuela, that puts Haiti in bed with who? Who's in bed with Venezuela? Who's Venezuela's greatest protector right now? Russia. See what I'm saying? So this is what this is about. It's all about Russia. Okay? Russia just had a huge argument with the United States over this whole situation too. All right? That was today, I think. Or yesterday, I mean. Right? Go ahead.
It says, but as President Nicolas Maduro's government has struggled with plunging petroleum production and a cratering economy.
So it says a plunging petroleum production, right? So Nicolas Maduro is the current president of Venezuela, right? And for some reason, they have plunging petroleum production and a cratering economy. The reason for that is because the United States is putting sanctions on their oil exports. Their entire economy is based off of their ability to produce and export oil. But the United States is sanctioning them so they can't export oil. So what is happening to their economy? It's failing. And then they can't send the discounted oil to Haiti so we can have power and drive our cars. The white man is the devil. He is the root cause of this. You may not see it reflected in Fox News, but the only reason why their petroleum production is plummeting and plunging is because there's sanctions that have been put on them by the United States of America. Period. Read on.
Yeah, that's why the scriptures say wherever the carcass is, there where the eagles be.
There you go.
Wherever we suffer or go through any kind of hardship, there's the eagle. There's the so-called white man.
There's the white man exploiting it, causing it, etc. Right? Read on.
Okay. This is where are we at now? Okay. Venezuela has stopped sending billions in subsidized oil to countries throughout Central America and the Caribbean, including Haiti, where the end of cheap oil has meant a sharp reduction in power.
See that? So here Venezuela is being a brother, saying, all right, my brothers from the tribe of Zebulun, my brothers from the tribe of Levi, my brothers from the tribe of Benjamin, right? Now, of course, they're not in this knowledge, but that's what they're saying. My Jamaican brother, my Haitian brothers, my Central American brothers, I'm going to send them discounted oil. And I'm going to make the white man and the gook and everyone else pay full price for my oil. But my brothers, I'm going to give them a discounted oil. You look, matter of fact, hold on, it's Haitian flag day. But wait a damn minute.
Yeah, I was going to say something about their flag.
Right? Venezuela analysis. The hell? Oh, yeah. That's the problem. See that? It's Haitian flag day. Let me tell you something about this. These are brothers from the tribe of Asher, the Venezuelan man. See, what's at the bottom of that? You got yellow at the top, then you got the blue, and you got the red. That's a homage to Haiti, man. They're paying homage to us for going and assisting them with obtaining their independence, man, as the Most High prophesied that we would be able to assist our brothers with, man. And we did that. Venezuela, right? Ecuador, Colombia, right? Matter of fact, even Mexico, right? And they put the yellow because the yellow symbolizes the Northern King, the indigenous brothers. That's why they say, okay, because our blue represent what? Represent black, right? The red represents the mulattoes that had white fathers and black mothers, okay? So then they put the yellow on there symbolizing the indigenous populations, all right? So look at this Colombia, right? I remember I seen a brother from a Simeonite brother, and I had my Haitian flag on, but from far he thought it was a Colombian flag, right? Why? Because they do the same thing. They put the blue and red on the bottom to pay homage to us, so they representing for the tribe of Levi. All right, understand that. So let's go. Go ahead.
It says, okay. Meanwhile, Haiti's Bureau of Monetization. I can't say that word.
Monetization of development aid programs, or BMPAD,
quickly ran into its own difficulties after starting to buy oil on the global market.
So now we're not getting this welfare oil from our brothers hooking us up. So now we got to start buying oil, right? Read on.
It said the Bureau said this year that it had run out of operating funds and stopped regularly delivering fuel needed by power station operators to keep the lights on.
We ain't got the oil. That's just what that means. There's just no oil. Go ahead.
Now, much of Haiti's population enjoys electricity for just 3 hours a day.
This is what I'm talking about. Judah. Judah, I got to get on you. I'm getting ready to get on you. Right? I'm getting ready to get on you. But Judah, get ready. I'm getting on you. Us other tribes in the Caribbean, on the islands, I mean, we're getting electricity 3 hours a day. Do you know what that's like? 3 hours a day. The street lights don't even come on. You can't just go and take a drive at 1 a.m. You can, any brother, it's 1 a.m. on the West Coast. It's damn near 4 a.m. You couldn't, it's not safe for you to jump in a car and just drive around right now. You couldn't run to the store, none of that. These little things that are enjoyed in Babylon are not enjoyed by the other tribes abroad. The Latin tribes, the Caribbean tribes. You understand what I'm saying? So it's funny to me, especially these idiot Negro-onlys, right? Who push a narrative that the Latin tribes, because this is Haiti, but it's not much better on the other side of that border in the DR. It's not much better you go south to South America. It's not much better Central America. Trust me. The little things that you enjoy in America are not enjoyed by the average person living in Central, South America and the Caribbean. They're not enjoyed. So yes, like I always say, the psychological damage that the tribe of Judah has incurred is worse than the other tribes. But as far as the physical poverty that the blacks and Hispanics that live outside, and the Native Indian that live outside the United States of America, and that includes a lot of them on the reservations that are still within America, because it's technically not America, are far worse than what Judah is going through in the ghettos of America. As far as the conditions of poverty, the standard of living, that's what I mean. Okay? But if you take the impoverished conditions, and I only say this, I don't say this to downplay anybody, but what I say this when I hear Negro-onlys and people who have only been in the United States of America have zero familiarity with anything abroad and what brothers are going through abroad, and when they speak in a way that downplays the struggle of the immigrant, the struggle of the brother that's living abroad. Trust and believe you me, man. You wouldn't know what to do if your whole neighborhood only had 3. Not like just your power was out, because when your power is out, you know what you do. You get that extension cord, you run it next door. We on. Right? But I'm talking about your whole municipality ain't got but 3 hours of lights a day. And that's only after you really only had 12 hours of lights a day.
Yeah.
Because before that, it was only 12 hours. That means at nighttime, shit is going off. Trust me. So what you got to understand, y'all got to live, which, you know, we live in America, but Judah got to deal with Esau on a face-to-face basis, right? And that's a psychological issue. But the other tribes, we got to deal with extreme poverty, unprecedented poverty, right? So go ahead.
Yeah, especially the tribe of Levi, it's the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere.
You see what I'm saying? And it's getting worse, right? We're going to keep going.
Okay.
So read.
It says, now much of Haiti's population enjoys electricity for just 3 hours a day. Nighttime.
And some don't enjoy any electricity. Let's make sure that's straight.
Yeah.
What about a toilet?
I was just about to say, yeah.
Y'all got toilets, right? Average Haitian in Haiti don't got a toilet in their house. All right? They got to go dig a hole like it's saying Deuteronomy. Huh? Read.
It says, nighttime activity has ground to a halt as armed robbers hold up street merchants or break into people's homes in darkness. Gas stations have gone empty for days, making it nearly impossible for many Haitians to get to work, run errands, or take their kids to school.
You can't even, you see what I'm saying? Impossible to run an errand, go to your job, or take your kid to school. Things that are seemingly regular and you take for granted in America, things that you kind of hate doing, that they're kind of bothersome to you, right? We can't even do that on the island. Go ahead.
It says hospitals are forced to rely on backup generators. Quote, we can't find gas for our vehicles. Our clients can't come to us. Sales are down in every sector, end quote, said businessman Reginald Boulos, whose investment group runs major supermarkets and car dealerships. It says, the fuel crisis is helping push Haiti's economy dangerously close to recession. GDP growth in 2018 was 1.5%, less than half what the government expected. Economists say this year will likely be the same. Annual inflation has also reached an estimated 17%, while a gallon of gasoline sells on the black market for between $6 and $12. Damn.
See what I'm saying? Meaning niggas is hitting licks on gas. Nigga probably hit a lick on a gas truck in the DR, drive it across the border, and it's slanging gallons, $6 to $12. I'm talking about that's big, but that's probably huge money, right? But again, inflation down, so that means the Haitian dollar, the l'argent, is devalued, right? And again, the economy is producing less than half what it's supposed to. And they talking about it's going into recession. No, that is a depression. Go ahead.
Come on. It says fuel distributors are reimbursed by the state to the tune of about 27 cents for every subsidized gallon of gasoline sold to customers. That helps keep the price around $2.50 a gallon. But the cash-strapped Haitian state has gone months without paying subsidies at one point, and at one point owed some $71 million, leaving Haitian business people to call for the end of the complicated state oil purchase structure. The path out is murky at best. When President Jovenel Moïse tried to eliminate fuel,
which is Moses, another very popular name in Haiti is the Moses, right? Go ahead.
Tried to eliminate fuel subsidies on July 6 and raise prices of various petroleum products by 38% to 51%. Protesters took to streets across the country calling for him to step down.
If y'all remember last year, all kind of shit was getting burnt up and people was getting killed.
Yep.
That's because the gas prices went up. Mm-hmm. Something also that we do in Haiti, right? When the gas prices go up, you make memes and you sigh and you cry, you're mad. Leave out the gas prices go up, things going to start getting burnt down, people are going to die. The gas prices have to go down, right? And so go ahead.
It says the decision was quickly reversed.
You see that? Oh, we got to see that. That's how you get it. Something. That's how you get something done. Okay. We've been trying to show you other tribes how to get something done for over 200 years now. All right. I want to put that on the record. Okay, because outside of Simeon and Reuben, we the biggest brother of all the tribes of all of Israel anyway. Trying to show you how to get it done. Right. Read on.
It says. And the International Monetary Fund has since offered the hemisphere's poorest nation a $96 million low-interest loan.
IMF, you're the devil.
Yeah, we don't want it.
IMF, I don't want your money. The IMF is the devil. And that just means that the white man is going to control our country even more than he already has weaseled his damn devilish serpentine ass in.
Right.
The IMF. That just means that the Rothschild going to own your damn country, man. Gonna offer, we got 96 M's we can give you. I'm glad we ain't take that. Go ahead.
How come? And didn't France try to? Well, no, France did.
Yeah. We still paying them.
How crazy is that, man? And I want to go on a rant about it, but how crazy is it that you fight to free yourself from slavery, and now you're paying them. Now you're paying a people because you didn't let them enslave you. You white people are the devil, and I praise the highest that we exterminated you off the face of that island.
That's right.
Where are we at, though? Protesters are also enraged by corruption. A Haitian Senate investigation found that more than $2 billion in profits from the Petro-Carib program had been wasted or stolen. How does $2 billion.
The Clintons. I'll tell you who. Yeah. Clintons. Go ahead.
Yeah. Leading to a months-long citizen campaign calling for more probes and prosecutions. Quote, the shortages are creating panic. The economy is being damaged.
Bro, that's 2 B's. Bro, do you understand that? If that $2 billion is reinvested into the economy, we now don't have to go through this shortage when Petro-Carib is. That's like you getting on Section 8 in America. You get on Section 8. But you don't really need Section 8, but you get on Section 8, right? And while you're on Section 8, all that extra money that you're not spending on rent because you have a subsidized rent, you're saving all of that money. And then once they find out, or once the jig is up and once your Section 8 is over, they cut you off and you don't have no money. But you are saving all this money now. You can go get a regular house now and you'll be straight because you saved so much money with Section 8. Instead, you squandered all of that $2 billion. I'm gonna tell you, the white man got his hands on that money.
Oh, you know he does.
That devil, Bill Clinton, who's a devil who's been charming and bamboozling Haitian people for upwards of 20, 30 years. All right, that devil, okay, who helped crack come into this country. That devil, he got his hands on most of that money. Him and that dyke he calls a wife. Go ahead.
Yeah, they're gonna die. It says the shortages are creating panic. The economy is being damaged. The best approach is liberalizing the market and regulating it. I don't know why I can't read right now. It says to avoid these problems, said Martin Boat, the CEO of Digicel, Haiti's largest mobile phone network provider. Some other countries in the region have weathered the end of Petro-Carib far better.
So some other countries have. Who did it the best? This is interesting. Read.
Jamaica.
Ooh, go ahead.
Is seeing record economic performance.
So they thriving in Jamaica, right? Read.
Yeah, this is cold up. Cuba, however, is suffering from food and fuel shortages, although not as grave as Haiti.
Stop there. Deuteronomy 33.
Yeah. Well, even also too. I'm not jumped the gun.
Okay, for these people who hate on the chart.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 8. And of Levi he said, let thy Thummim and thy Urim be...
No, go to Benjamin.
Oh, sorry, verse 12. Deuteronomy 33 and 12. And of Benjamin he said, the beloved of Yahweh shall dwell in safety.
He shall what?
Dwell in safety.
So while everyone else is going through hell because at the end of this, Jamaica is seeing record economic performance. Benjamin is dwelling in safety. The beloved of Yahweh. Read on.
And this is in safety by him. And the Lord shall cover him all the day long.
He's covered, man. Jamaica is seeing record. Listen, Haiti's going through hell. Cuba's suffering. Jamaica is seeing record economic performance.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh no, that chart, man. You niggas are stupid. You don't know the Bible. The Spirit ain't dealing with you. Malachi 2.
And also too, listen, Cuba suffering is powerful too because the second most popular language. Okay.
There's a lot of Levites in Cuba, but watch it. So just read Malachi 2.
This is Malachi chapter 2, verse 7. It says, for the priest's lips should keep knowledge.
No, before that.
Okay, this is...
That's how I make you basic and tenable?
I'm tripping. Malachi chapter 2, verse 2. It said, I'm sorry, verse 1. And now, O ye priests, this commandment is for you.
The tribe of Levi, the so-called Haitian, right? That's the capital of Levi now, but we're dispersed amongst all the tribes. All right? Read on.
It says, if ye will not hear, and if ye will not lay it to heart, to give glory unto my name, saith Yahweh of hosts.
Read on.
I will even send a curse upon you, and I will curse your blessings.
Curse your what?
Blessings.
Blessings. Go ahead.
Yea, I have cursed them already, because ye do not lay it to heart.
Read on.
Behold, I will corrupt your seed, and spread dung upon your faces.
Read on.
Even the dung of your solemn feasts.
Read on.
And one shall take you away with it. And ye shall know that I have sent this commandment unto you, that my covenant might be with Levi, saith the Lord of hosts.
Read on.
My covenant was with him of life and peace, and I gave them to him for the fear wherewith he feared me,
Read on.
and was afraid before my name. The law of truth was in his mouth, and iniquity was not found in his lips.
Read on.
He walked with me in peace and equity, and did not turn many away from iniquity. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the law of his mouth, for he is the messenger of the Lord of hosts.
Read on.
But ye are departed out of the way. Ye have caused many to stumble at the law. Ye have corrupted the covenant of Levi, saith the Lord of hosts. Therefore have I also made you contemptible and base before all the people.
He had made us contemptible and base before all the people. Read on.
According as ye have not kept my ways, but have been partial in the law.
So he brought us down, right? So that's why it says Jamaica, he's seeing record performance because he is the beloved of the Lord and he was going to cover and protect him. Cuba's doing horrible, but not as bad as Haiti. Because we have been brought contemptible and base before everybody. We gonna always have it the worst on that island, period. Right? So Cuba's doing horrible, but Haiti's doing worse. While Benjamin, he's protected. So the other tribes going through hell, Benjamin protected, and then Haiti's doing the worst. Everything according to the Spirit, everything according to that chart that you niggas hate because your whole ass elders ain't come up with it, man. I'm just gonna speak straight in the spirit of the Most High. So go ahead.
It says, Moises' administration has asked BMPAD, the finance ministry, and private energy companies to suggest ways to further open up the petroleum market. But BMPAD's director, Felice Ami Ignace St. Fleur, says,
it's a long name. Go ahead.
Yeah, says the agency will not give up its role overseeing the importation and wholesale pricing of petroleum in Haiti.
AKA, I'm going to keep robbing you and with the white man. So no, I won't give up this spot. Right? If this was the good old days of, of presidents of old in Haiti, of old administrations, you know, namely Duvalier, guys like that, man, this nigga would have got knocked off talking like that. No, we're not going to stop overseas. Nah, he'd have just got knocked off.
Yeah.
Okay, he would have sent the Shamir in there. They would have had his head. Okay, they would have burned it down. And the problem would have been solved. Now the white man is in the island, messing up the good old way of how we used to run things. So go ahead.
It says the state reserves the right to intervene directly in the market, he said. But in the district of Verdun, Jean says her situation is becoming dire. Jean says she can't find gas. The price of a taxi has doubled, and her children often strain their eyes to study in dim light. Without electricity, she says, we're in a very difficult situation.
And now where does she want to come to it, like we read in the beginning of the article? America, the golden city. What is salvation to her? America. That's what she thinks in her mind. The golden city, man. Because this is Babylon. All right? For you smart guys out there.
Yeah.
Okay? So, yeah, man. I just wanted to go into that briefly and show you some things in the Bible. Yeah, but it's not just voodoo, man. It's not just voodoo, because every Haitian doesn't do voodoo. All right? But if they're not doing voodoo, they're a Roman Catholic. Right? So they worship in Caesar Borgia. Okay, or they're a Protestant, or they're a damn SDA. None of which is the truth of the Bible. So, you know, anyone see the video, I just put no what. Stro Boogie, that was probably an Ethiopian. Do you think Levi is doing worse because of their black? Well, not just black magic, like I said, because of Roman Catholicism. Like I said, all Haitians a lot of Haitians is not dealing with voodoo. All right? At all. They have a very negative outlook on it. It's about half and half, I'll say. Some kind of deal with it. Some are really into it. But the other half of the tribe of Levi wants nothing to do with voodoo at all. But they're Catholic, though. So that's another problem. Right? So yeah, just the fact that we're not keeping the law is working against us on an exponential level. All right, but now with that, we're going to start the Shabbat service. Okay. So everybody rise and face the east. You're going to rise with us and face the east. All right. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Ha-ha wa'ah.
Ha wa'ah.
Nathanawa.
Nathanawa.
Shabbat.
Shabbat.
All right. We'll do the Lord's Prayer. Let's say the Lord's Prayer, right?
Okay. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakwafka.
Muakwafka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Ratazaka.
Ratazaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Ba'arataza.
Ba'arataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Nathanawa.
Nathanawa.
Lakam.
Lacham.
Koyawam.
Koyawam.
Wasalaknawa.
Wasalaknawa.
Kababwathnawa.
Kabawafnawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kababwathinawa.
Kabawakinawa.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Tabiyano.
Tabayanawa.
Banasayawan.
Banasayawan.
Abal.
Abal.
Hawashana.
Hawashanawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwath.
Hamalakwath.
Wa'ala.
Wa'ala.
Wathapa Arath.
Wa'thapa'arath.
La'awalamim.
La'awalamyam.
Aman.
Aman. All right. Come to number 6 blessing. Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yabaraka Yahweh.
Washamarka.
Washamarka.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Ayaka.
Ayaka.
Wayakanka.
Wayakanka.
Yesha Yahweh.
Yeshayahu.
Ayaka.
Ayaka.
Wayasham.
Wayasham.
Laka.
Laka.
Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahushai.
Hashem Mashiach.
Shalom.
Shalom.
All right. And now we're going to do the Shemai. All right. Shemai. YASHARAHLA. Yahweh. Allahayanawa. Yahweh. Achad. Shemai. YASHARAHLA. Yahweh. Allahayanawa. Yahweh. Achad. Shemai. YASHARAHLA. Yahweh. Allahayanawa. Yahweh. Achad. All right. Now we're going to start the Torah read. First we're going to bless the Torah. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Ha-ha wa'ah.
Ha-ha-wa'ah.
Nathanawa.
Nathanawa.
Ha-tha-wa-ra.
Ha-tha-wa-ra.
All right. Tonight, so like what we did last time.
Joshua.
No. This is the Torah, not the history. We did. We need Leviticus 14. Yeah, Leviticus.
We read the story about the leper last time.
Yeah, that's 13. But then there's 2 more chapters on leprosy, 14 and 15. And then we're going 14, 15, and 17, 18. All right, so starting Leviticus 14. All right, spiritual. We in the book of Leviticus. Leviticus means pertaining to the Levites. It's the Levite flag day, so it's all in the spirit, all praises. Go ahead.
This is Leviticus chapter 14 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
It says, And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, This shall be the law of the leper in the day of his cleansing. He shall be brought unto the priest. And the priest shall go forth out of the camp, and the priest shall look, and behold, if the plague of leprosy be healed in the leper, then shall the priest command to take for him that is to be cleansed 2 birds alive and clean, and cedar wood, and scarlet, and hyssop. And when y'all read in Matthew the 8th chapter, when Yahweh healed the leper, he told him to go offer the gift that Moses commanded. So that's this right here, Leviticus the 14th chapter.
That's right.
Also proving Christ told him to go sacrifice. But verse 5, And the priest shall command that one of the birds be killed in an earthen vessel over running water. As for the living bird, he shall take it in the cedar wood, and the scarlet, and the hyssop, and shall dip them and the living bird in the blood of the bird that was killed over the running water. And he shall sprinkle upon him that is to be cleansed from the leprosy 7 times, and shall pronounce him clean, and shall let the living bird loose into the open field. And he that is to be cleansed shall wash his clothes, and shave off all his hair, and wash himself in water, that he may be clean. And after that he shall come into the camp, and shall tarry abroad out of his tent 7 days. But it shall be on the 7th day that he shall shave all his hair off his head, and his beard, and his eyebrows, even all his hair he shall shave off, and his flesh shall, and he shall wash his clothes. Also he shall wash his flesh in water, and he shall be clean. And on the 8th day he shall take 2 he lambs without blemish, and 1 ewe lamb of the first year without blemish, and 3/10 deal of fine flour for a meat offering, mingled with oil, and 1 log of oil. And the priest that maketh him clean shall present the man that is to be made clean, and those things before the Lord at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And the priest shall take 1 he lamb, and offer him for a trespass offering, and a log of oil, and wave them for a wave offering before the Lord. And he shall slay the lamb in the place where he shall kill the sin offering for the burnt offering, in the holy place. For as the sin offering is the priest, so is the trespass offering. It is most holy. And the priest shall take some of the blood of the trespass offering, and the priest shall put it upon the tip of the right ear of him that is to be cleansed, and upon the thumb of his right hand, and upon the great toe of his right foot. And the priest shall take some of the log of oil, and pour it into the palm of his own left hand, and the priest shall dip his right finger in the oil that is in his left hand, and shall sprinkle of the oil with his finger 7 times before Yahweh. And the rest of the oil that is in his hand shall the priest put upon the tip of the right ear of him that is to be cleansed, and upon the thumb of his right hand, and upon the great toe of his right foot, upon the blood of the trespass offering. And the remnant of the oil that is in the priest's hand he shall pour upon the head of him. So
it's all explaining the ritual in how to cleanse a leper. All right? But now, I don't know. Me personally, I believe they're going to wake up last. Personally. They shall overcome at the last. They're going to wake up last. That's what I think personally. Because they got problems on the reservations. I'm going to tell you that now. But go ahead.
It says, that is to be cleansed. And the priest shall make an atonement for him before Yahweh. And the priest shall offer the sin offering, and make an atonement for him that is to be cleansed from his uncleanness. And afterward he shall kill the burnt offering. And the priest shall offer the burnt offering and the meat offering upon the altar. And the priest shall make an atonement for him, and he shall be clean. And if he be poor and cannot get so much, then he shall take, I'm just reading a little slower, verse 21. And if he be poor and cannot get so much, then he shall take 1 lamb for a trespass offering to be waved, to make an atonement for him, and 1/10 deal of fine flour, mingled with oil for a meat offering, and a log of oil, and 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, such as he is able to get, and the one shall be a sin offering, and the other a burnt offering. And he shall bring them on the 8th day for his cleansing unto the priest, unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord. And the priest shall take the lamb of the trespass offering, and the log of oil, and the priest shall wave them for a wave offering before the Lord. And he shall kill the lamb of the trespass offering, And the priest shall take some of the blood of the trespass offering and put it upon the tip of the right ear of him that is to be cleansed, and upon the thumb of his right hand, and upon the great toe of his right foot. And the priest shall pour of the oil into the palm of his own left hand.
See, this is why. Matter of fact, stop where you're going. Go to where it says bring in the leopard and the maim and all that in the New Testament in the Gospel.
Oh yeah.
See, because as you can see here, there's being blood that's being put on these lepers to cleanse them, right? Where is that?
Where's that? I think that's in Matthew or John.
Right here, it's Luke 14:21.
Alright, it's Luke chapter 14, verse 21. It says, So that servant came and showed his lord these things. Then the master of the house, being angry, said to his servant, Go out quickly into the streets and lanes of the city, and bring in hither the poor, and the maimed, and the halt, and the blind.
Hold on. I want to say it's one that said leper. Hold on.
That's where we said the blind can see, the lepers are cleansed.
Nah, not that. My bugging.
Yeah, there's no one that says that.
What am I? 14.
14, I think I'm at 27 now.
Okay, go ahead. So, like, go back to that. Yeah, I thought it said leper. My fault.
Yeah,
I was going to make a point. Go ahead.
Leviticus 14 and 27. And the priest shall sprinkle with his right finger some of the oil that is in his left hand 7 times before Yahweh. And the priest shall put of the oil that is in his hand upon the tip of the right ear of him that is to be cleansed, and upon the thumb of his right hand, and upon the great toe of his right foot, upon the place of the blood of the trespass offering. And the rest of the oil that is in the priest's hand he shall put upon the head of him that is to be cleansed, to make an atonement for him before Yahweh. And he shall offer the one of the turtle doves, or of the young pigeons, such as he can get, even such as he is able to get, the one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering, with the meat offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for him that is to be cleansed before Yahweh. This is the law of him in whom is the plague of leprosy, whose hand is not able to get that which pertaineth to his cleansing. And Yahweh spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, When ye be come into the land of Canaan, which I give to you for a possession, and I put the plague of leprosy in the house of the land of your possession, and he that owneth the house shall come and tell the priest, saying, It seemeth to me there is as it were a plague in the house. Then the priest shall command that they empty the house before the priest go into it to see the plague, that all that is in the house be not made unclean. And afterward the priest shall go in to see the house.
So not only can an individual have leprosy or a scalp have leprosy, but also a home, an actual house can have leprosy. Okay? How do we see that? In today's time, they condemn a house, they go in there, they board it up, you can't go in there. That's like that house got leprosy. Right? Read on.
Come. It says, Then the priest shall command that they empty the house before the priest go into it to see the plague, that all that is in the house be not made unclean. And afterward the priest shall go in to see the house. And he shall look on the plague, and behold, if the plague be in the walls of the house, with hollow strakes, greenish or reddish, which in sight are lower than the wall, then the priest shall go out of the house to the door of the house, and shut up the house 7 days. And the priest shall come again the 7th day, and shall look, and behold, if the plague be spread in the walls of the house, then the priest shall command that they take away the stones in which the plague is, and they shall cast them into an unclean place about the city.
Basically, like if your house is molded. All right, go ahead.
It says, And the priest shall come again the 7th day, and shall look, and behold, if the plague be spread in the walls of the house, then the priest shall command that they take away the stones in which the plague is, and they shall cast them into an unclean place without the city. And he shall cause the house to be scraped within round about, and they shall pour out the dust.
Basically, you got to clean it. Clean the mold about your house, right? Anybody who's had mold in their home, you know how it go. You got to come. You get the damn Tilex, right? Nowadays, instead of scraping, we getting the Tilex. You just spraying it on there. White man got this damn Tilex formula. You ain't got to scrub nothing. You just spray it down and leave it, right? And when you come back, there'll be no mold, right? Go ahead.
And they shall pour out the dust that they scrape off without the city into an unclean place. And they shall take other stones and put them in the place of those stones. And he shall take other mortar and shall plaster the house. And if the plague come again and break out in the house, after that he hath taken away the stones, and after he hath scraped the house, and after it is plastered, then the priest shall come and look, and behold, if the plague be spread in the house, it is a fretting leprosy in the house. It is unclean.
It is unclean. Now the home is unclean, right? Because what will happen is this. If you go, it is mold, tribe of Levi. So if you have mold in your house as you see on your walls, you might spray it. Then it might rapidly come back or spray it, because what happens is sometimes if it's on the side of the wall where you can see it, you can just get rid of it. But if it's on that other side, it's just going to break out everywhere. You ain't going to be able to stop it. And that's going to render your house unclean pursuant to the law. Go ahead.
And he shall break down the house, the stones of it, and the timber thereof.
Like it was a white mold, black mold, green mold. Which black mold is really green. If you look at it, it's really just a deep green. Like if you ever seen liquid chlorophyll, it's the same thing like that. Go ahead.
It says, and all the mortar of the house, and he shall carry them forth out of the city into an unclean place. Moreover, he that goeth into the house all the while this is Leviticus 14:46. Moreover, he that goeth into the house all the while that it is shut up shall be unclean until the evening.
So you can't even go in the crib during this time. Go ahead.
And he that lieth in the house shall wash his clothes, and he that eateth in the house shall wash his clothes. And if the priest shall come in and look upon it, behold, the plague hath not spread in the house after the house was plastered, then the priest shall pronounce the house clean, because the plague is healed.
Exactly. Now the mold, I go in your house, it's moldy. I spray it down. Or, I get rid of the mold. Okay, I come back in there to look. All right, the mold is gone. All right, cool. We good. Right? I've had to do a situation like this in my old house in California. 2 different times. The mold broke out in the damn house. You got to spray it. I got to come back, visit it. Now I got to examine it. Okay, the mold is gone. We good to come back in here. In the meantime, I'm getting the kids out of there. Right? Which you shouldn't have your kids up in. This Bible is sensible. The heathen will be sleeping in its mold, eating their brain away. Right? The Bible says, it's mold in your house, get out of the house. Because it's harmful to you. The white man will tell you that now it's harmful to live in a house with mold. Right? Well, the Bible already told you this if you would have followed it. Go ahead.
Yeah. It says, verse 49, and he shall take to cleanse the house 2 birds, and cedar wood, and scarlet, and hyssop, and he shall kill the one of the birds in an earthen vessel.
Hey, guess what? And you got to make a sacrifice. Go ahead.
Over running water. And he shall take the cedar wood, and the hyssop, and the scarlet, and the living bird, and dip them in the blood of the slain bird, and in the running water, and sprinkle the house 7 times. And he shall cleanse the house with the blood of the bird, and with the running water, and with the living bird, and with the cedar wood, and with the hyssop, and with the scarlet. But he shall let go the living bird out of the city into the open fields, and make an atonement for the house, and it shall be clean. This is the law for all manner of plague, of leprosy and scall, and for the leprosy of a garment, and of a house, and for a rising, and for a scab, and for a bright spot, to teach when it is unclean, and when it is clean. This is the law of leprosy. That's end of 14.
Boom, let's go on to 15.
Okay, Leviticus chapter 15, verse 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When any man hath a running issue out of his flesh, because of his issue he is unclean.
Okay, what's a running issue? I'm going to show you what a running issue is. Okay, the flow to gush issue, discharge. Okay, if you have a discharge. Any man have some type of discharge. If he has what they call colloquially the clap. What is the clap? Gonorrhea. Right? You have some form of penial discharge, gonorrhea, things of this nature, you're unclean, according to the Bible. Read on.
It says, and this shall be his...
So niggas was getting clapped back in the ancient time, man. Messing with them Egyptian women, Canaanite women, you don't get clapped. Go ahead.
Yeah. And this shall be his uncleanness in his issue. Whether his flesh run with his issue, or his flesh be stopped from his issue, it is his uncleanness. Every bed whereon he lieth that hath the issue is unclean, and everything whereon he sitteth shall be unclean.
So basically, if you got gonorrhea, if you're a man with gonorrhea, it's like you're like how a girl when she's on her period.
Yeah.
Everything you touch is just bad, right? Read on.
It says, and whosoever toucheth his bed shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. And he that sitteth on anything whereon he sat that hath the issue shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. And he that toucheth the flesh of him that hath the issue shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. And if he that hath the issue spit upon him that is clean, then he shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. And what saddle soever he rideth upon, that hath the issue shall be unclean. And whosoever toucheth anything that was under him shall be unclean until the even. And he that beareth any of those things shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. And whosoever he toucheth that hath the issue, and hath not rinsed his hands in water, he shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. And the vessel of earth that...
Why the even? Because it's a new day. I don't understand these new fly-by-night niggas and their doctrines, man. Why is everything until even? The night is just nothing. Go ahead, man. I can't. Oh,
I was thinking that, but...
Oh, man. Let me tell you something. I can't wait till Yahushua come back, man. Because Israel, like Yahushua, even remember what the prophet... Give me this real quick. 1 Kings 22. Give me that. Bible shot.
Like, we talking about like we're scattered, or
like, yeah, 17.
I think I know what you're talking about. It's 1 Kings 22 and 17. And he said, I saw all Israel scattered upon the hills, as sheep that have not a shepherd.
There you go. We don't have a shepherd, so a nigga just do what he want to do, because there's no set, defined. This is the leader. Outside of Yahushua, he's not on the earth right now. So a nigga just do what he feel like doing. He gonna make up any doctrine he feel like. All of this stuff and all of this disorder. Let me tell you something. I ain't gonna speak on this situation too much, but let's just put it like this. I counseled a specific situation. I ain't even gonna get into too many particulars. There's a situation that I personally counseled, that an elder was brought into, that an elder gave me charges on how to oversee the situation, in the presence of the individual involved, right? This individual got charges themselves on dealing with me for further counsel on the situation. That individual since has totally undermined that, and it went off to do whatever they want. But in the moment where they wanted or needed us, that they were, oh my God, yes, okay, yeah, whatever you say, the water for being there. But then when their own agenda comes in, they want to do what they want to do, which is fine. We're in a free country, right? We're not under the law, right? Not in this country. So you people do whatever the hell you want to do. And you're going to see where the hell that gets a lot of y'all, man. Doing whatever the hell you want to do. We need the leadership of Yahushua desperately, man. Because Israel feel like they can just do anything. Because they don't have a shepherd. Go ahead.
It says, and he said, I saw all Israel scattered upon the hills as sheep that have not a shepherd. And Yahweh said, these have no master. Let them return every man to his house in peace.
See that? These have no master. We need Yahushua to come in and be our master. That simple. Right, so go back to where we was at, 15. And what? Oh yeah, get that.
Okay. Hosea chapter 3 verse 4. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, and without a prince, and without a sacrifice, and without an image, and without an ephod, and without teraphim.
We're without all that now. It's crazy. So go ahead.
Leviticus chapter 15 verse... Damn, where did I leave off at? Let's just go to 12. 12 is what I like. And the vessel of earth, Leviticus 15 and 12. And the vessel of earth that he toucheth, which hath the issue, shall be broken. And every vessel of wood shall be rinsed in water. And when he that hath an issue is cleansed of his issue, then he shall number to himself 7 days for his cleansing, and wash his clothes, and bathe his flesh in running water, and shall be clean. And on the 8th day he shall take to him 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, and come before Yahweh unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and give them unto the priest. And the priest shall offer them, the one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for him before the Lord for his issue. And if any man's seed of copulation go out from him, then he shall wash all his flesh in water, and be unclean until the even. And every garment and every skin whereon is the seed of copulation shall be washed with water, and be unclean until the even. The woman also with whom man shall lie with seed of copulation, they shall both bathe themselves in water, and be unclean until the even. And if a woman hath an issue, and her issue in her flesh be blood, she shall be put apart 7 days, and whosoever toucheth her shall be unclean until the even. And everything that she lieth upon in her separation shall be unclean. Everything also that she sitteth upon shall be unclean. And whosoever toucheth her bed shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. And whosoever toucheth anything that she sat upon shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even.
Mm-hmm.
And if it be on her bed...
It's a lot here, man. Let's go back up, man. What verse you at?
22.
Yeah, you were moving too fast. Let's go to back to 16.
Leviticus 15 and 16. And if any man's seed of copulation go out from him, then he shall wash all his flesh in water, and be unclean until the even. And every garment and every skin whereon is the seed of copulation shall be washed with water, and be unclean until the even.
Okay, so if you're a man and you ejaculate, you will be unclean until even. Okay, go ahead.
It says, the woman also with whom whom man shall lie with seed of copulation, they shall both bathe themselves in water, and be unclean until the even.
So if you have sex, with your wife, you guys are both unclean. There's nothing wrong, it's not bad, you're just unclean. Meaning you can't, like if you just had sex, this is again, when we deal with being unclean also, we have to understand that. Ceremony uncleanness means you can't go to the temple, right? We don't even have a standing temple. So this is just for the record so you can understand. You had sex with your wives, you would be unclean. You wouldn't be able to go to the temple after you have sex until you guys bathed yourselves, and then the night came in, and then you could go to the temple. And when you have sex, you couldn't go until the next day to the temple if you had sex. So, usually you want to go to the temple as early as you can, you know what I'm saying? So you can do what you want to do later. But also, there's different levels to uncleanness. Like uncleanness that would still be applicable today is uncleanness like you wouldn't, anything that you see is like get you put without the camp, like a leper. Oh, you got to be over there, you're a leper? All right, well, that would still be applicable today, or the running issue and things of that nature, that would be applicable today because of the severity of how unclean the Torah says it is. But something as simple as this really doesn't have a bearing today all that much because we're not going to the temple, right? So read on.
It says, and if a woman have an issue, and her issue in her flesh be blood,
right? Go ahead.
She shall be put apart 7 days.
Like the issue in her flesh be blood. So sometimes you have women who have these extended periods, these periods that just don't stop. A lot of y'all are taking this birth control and it's destroying your period and your reproductive system and giving you false periods and all of this nonsense. So all this is happening and you having this extended issue of blood. So what do we do in that instance? Read on.
It says, she shall be put apart 7 days, and whosoever toucheth her shall be unclean until the even. And everything that she lieth upon in her separation shall be unclean. Everything also that she sitteth upon shall be unclean.
Mm-hmm. Everything she touches unclean. But here's the problem. We live in a world where these women are doing everything that they're doing on their period. So damn near everything is, you don't know what a woman on a period and touched that you and came into contact with. If you cohabitating with a woman, right, she gonna get on a damn period, right? And I know brothers nowadays, they're doing stuff where they having a woman sleep in another room. Guess what? It don't matter if she sleep in the other room. You know why? Everything in that whole damn house is unclean anyway because she's in there. So you can have her sleep in another room all you damn want. Your ass would still be unclean. And it's not like you're going to the temple anyway, so it don't even really matter all that much. But what you can't do is have sex with her. All right? Because it say he that have sex with the woman knowingly while she's on a period shall be cut off from the congregation. All right? But read on.
It says, and whosoever toucheth her shall wash his clothes.
7, as far as, for the sister Aiden, as far as ceremonially, she's after if you're a woman, you have your cycle, you are still ceremonially unclean for 7 additional days, right? but you're not unclean. Like if as long as you're not bleeding, your man can deal with you, right? But if once you stop bleeding, you have to wait 7 more days before you can go to the temple, right? So read.
It says, and whosoever toucheth anything that she sat upon shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the even.
Read on.
And if it be on her bed or on anything whereon she sitteth, when he toucheth it, he shall be unclean until the even.
Because this is what we got to understand. In our time, a woman had a bed, her husband had a bed, right? All this sleeping with each other every night, that wasn't going on, right? Because if she was unclean, you wouldn't be. So she have her own bed. And sometimes you would go see her in her own bed and you bring her to your bed or whatever. Or you'd be like Jacob. Jacob, he would just go see his wives in their tents. You see what I'm saying? That's how he got down. They wasn't all coming into his bed. He was going to see them in their quarters, right? But that shows you there. So it's not, you ain't got to, nowadays everybody, you got to sleep with the couple got to sleep together every night. That's not our customs, in truth. It's not our culture, all right? God's got to get out of that Drake spirit. I hate sleeping alone, all right? Go ahead.
Verse, where are we at?
Okay, because I'm not in that Drake spirit. I'm going to tell you that now. I like sleeping alone, personally. Go ahead.
Verse 20.
Tiberius, she's not supposed to, but it doesn't matter. If she's in your house, you're unclean anyway. And none of y'all going to the temple. But in that time, no, she wouldn't be doing no cooking during that time period. Go ahead. Why do you think you need more than one wife? Go ahead.
Verse 24. And if any man lie with her at all, and her flowers be upon him, he shall be unclean 7 days.
So if you have sex with her, this is if you lie and the flowers be upon, you shall be unclean 7 days. So meaning, like sometimes, and this is the law. We gotta, as a Levitical priest, we have to sometimes get graphic in explaining what's going on here. You go to have sex with a woman, and maybe she's just starting her period. She didn't know. You didn't know. Boom. Oh damn! Look, her flowers are upon you. Right? Read on. Exactly, Aiden. That's absolutely filthy. Go ahead.
He shall be unclean 7 days, and all the bed.
So you unclean 7 days if you. Oh damn! Look. Okay. Boom. Go ahead.
And all the bed whereon he lieth shall be unclean. And if a woman hath an issue of her blood many days out of the time of her separation, or if it run beyond the time of her separation.
So it goes past the time her period is supposed to go on. Sisters, you know how long your period is. So if you have a period that's running a little bit longer, read on.
It says, all the days of the issue of her
you can repent for anything. I don't even know why. Of course you can repent for it, but don't do it. Go ahead.
Shall be as the days of her separation. She shall be unclean.
Go ahead.
Every bed whereon she lieth, all the days of her issue shall be unto her as the bed of her separation. And whatsoever she sitteth upon shall be unclean.
Read on. As every single day now. So as however long it lasts, you're unclean for that period. Go ahead.
As the uncleanness of her separation. And whosoever toucheth those things shall be unclean, and shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. But if she be cleansed of her issue, then she shall number to herself 7 days, and after that she shall be clean. And on the 8th day she shall take unto her 2 turtles, or 2 young pigeons, and bring them unto the priest, to the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And the priest shall offer the one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for her before the Lord, for the issue of her uncleanness. Thus shall ye separate the children of Israel from their uncleanness, that they die not in their uncleanness, when they defile my tabernacle that is among them. This is the law of him that hath an issue, and of him whose seed goeth from him, and is defiled therewith. And of her that is sick of her flowers, and of him that hath an issue, of the man and of the woman, and of him that lieth with her, that is unclean.
There you go. All right, so now we're going to skip 16, go to 17. We'll read 17 and 18.
This is Leviticus chapter 17, verse 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron, and unto his sons, and unto all the children of Israel, and say unto them, This is the thing which Yahweh hath commanded, saying, What man soever there be of the house of Israel that killeth an ox, or a lamb, or goat in the camp, or that killeth it out of the camp, and bringeth it not unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, to offer an offering unto the Lord before the tabernacle of Yahweh, blood shall be imputed unto that man. He hath shed blood, and that man shall be cut off from among his people.
So if you just try to make your own sacrifice, you can't do that, right? Go ahead.
To the end that the children of Israel may bring their sacrifices which they offer in the open field.
That's showing you that it's about a sacrifice, not just about killing something. If you make a sacrifice, read.
It says, even that they may bring them unto the Lord, unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, unto the priest, and offer them for peace offerings unto the Lord. And the priest shall sprinkle the blood upon the altar of Yahweh at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and burn the fat for a sweet savor unto the Lord.
Yeah, so they talking about why y'all ain't sacrificing. Well, we would have to go to a temple. Hold on,
us sacrificing, that would actually be against right now. That would be
to be against the law.
Idiot, how stupid are you?
No, watch this. Okay, so read verse 3.
John, it says, "What man soever there be of the house of Israel that killeth an ox or lamb or goat in the camp, or that killeth it out of the camp," and
go ahead.
Verse 4, "and bringeth it not unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, to offer an offering unto Yahweh before the tabernacle of the Lord, blood shall be imputed unto that man. He hath shed blood."
Go ahead.
He hath shed blood, and that man shall be cut
So
off.
you got to bring it to the tabernacle right now. Watch this. So you remember, because this idiot was just saying this, which this video will come out. So y'all remember the pastor that ran off, right? Y'all remember the pastor. Matter of fact, or the minister. Well, where I'm at. Hold on. No. Did I exit? I did, huh? No, I got it. Where is it at? Where's this window? Bro. It's acting like it's open. Where is it at? This is crazy. It's open on here, but it's not open. Yeah, okay. All right, never mind. Let me just get rid of this. Okay, but there's a minister that came. Right. So what? All right, so look, where is it at? Right here. So this genius, right? So look. This dude came back, right? So he's going, oh, that's tight. Look, you see this? That's great. All praise Yahweh. So this dude he come back to camp this past Thursday. Y'all gonna see the video most I will. So he said, man, come on, y'all can make a tabernacle. Nigga, I can make a tabernacle, right? Okay, well let's find out if I can make a tabernacle, right? For this genius. Right, watch this. Where I'm at. Boom. So let's go here. So now watch. Okay, let's go here. Oh, okay. Okay, read this. Exodus 25:9, right?
Exodus 25:9.
Uh-huh.
"According to all that I show thee, after the pattern of the tabernacle, and the pattern of all the instruments thereof, even so shall ye make it."
So it's a very specific way how we do it, right? Read.
And they shall make an ark of shittim wood.
Okay, so my man, let's just look up some shittim wood here. Let's just go step by step. Shittim wood. I'm gonna go shittim wood, and I'm gonna go to shopping. A live edge dining table of shittim wood, $1,400. Wow. So there's literally only. Oh yeah, acacia. Shittim wood is acacia. Okay, acacia wood. My fault. Boom. Okay, so we can get acacia wood, acacia bench. Okay, so you can get some decent price on some acacia wood. You know, it's rather expensive, a little expensive, but okay. All right, let's keep going. Go ahead.
It says, 2 cubits and a half shall be the length thereof, and a cubit and a half the breadth thereof, and a cubit and a half the height thereof.
All right, go ahead.
And they shall overlay it with pure gold.
So now I got to get pure gold now, right? I got to get enough pure gold that can go over this whole thing. All right, so this is costing a lot. Go ahead.
And without overlay with pure gold, and within and without shall they overlay it, and shall make upon it a crown of gold round about.
Read on.
And thou shalt cast 4 rings of gold for it.
More gold. Go ahead.
And put them in the 4 corners thereof. And 2 rings shall be on the one side of it, and 2 rings on the other side of it.
Read on.
And thou shalt make staves of shittim wood and overlay them with gold.
More gold. Go ahead.
And thou shalt put the staves.
That's a lot of gold. I'm gonna tell you, that's a lot of gold. Go ahead.
And the staves into the rings by the sides of the ark, that the ark may be borne with them.
Read on.
The staves shall be in the rings of the ark; they shall not be taken from it. And thou shalt put into the ark of the testimony.
Of the what?
The ark of the testimony.
Hold on, the what?
The ark
of the what?
Testimony.
So wait a minute. We gotta have in order to have a tabernacle, right? We gotta have the ark of the testimony. What is the ark of the testimony?
That's the ark. That's the ark.
The ark of what?
The covenant.
The covenant. Wait a minute. Where's the ark of the covenant?
It's in heaven.
So how in the hell am I gonna build a tabernacle now if I can't have a tabernacle without the ark of the covenant in it? Because you can't just make an ark and say, this is the ark of the covenant, new one. No, it's got to have the stone in it. It's got to have the manna in it. And it's got to have Aaron's rod in it.
Yeah.
If it don't have those things, it's not the ark of the covenant. It doesn't have the supernatural power that can split the Jordan River. So how in the hell can you tell me that I can build a tabernacle now? Huh? That's going to be the key right there. This is where we're going from. This in the spirit we found. This is where we're going. Anytime they say, well, you can check. No. If I don't have a temple or a tabernacle with the Ark of the Covenant in it, then guess what?
Well, I'll just say,
I can't sacrifice.
Listen, I'll be glad to sacrifice. Go bring me the Ark of the Covenant.
Go to the Ark of the Covenant and I'll do it.
I'll do it gladly. Just bring me the Ark. Retard.
Y'all don't know the Bible. Go ahead.
All right, you be like Indiana Jones, okay?
Yeah. That was great. Go find the Ark of the Covenant, and while you're at it, go find the crystal skull.
Yeah.
For the Northern Kingdom. Go ahead.
Go find a nice cliff to jump on.
Yeah. While you're at it, take a long walk off a short cliff. You piece of trash. Go ahead.
Where are we at? Leviticus chapter 17, verse 4. And bringeth it not okay, I'll read verse 4 again. And bringeth it not unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation to offer an offering unto the Lord before the tabernacle of the Lord. Blood shall be imputed unto that man. He hath shed blood, and that man shall be cut off from among his people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then they go like the Shathar Ayashawad said, and then they go try to grab the ark, and they're gonna die.
Yeah.
Because you're not a Levite, you can't even grab the ark, you can't even touch the ark.
Yeah. Yeah, just have us on speed dial when you find the ark.
Yeah, now we gotta come to whatever remote location, and mind you, according to Revelations, it's in heaven.
Right.
So what does that mean? It's impossible to sacrifice. Why do you think the sacrifice of Yahushua is so important right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Kornaz, SICARRI has 0 position on the shape of the earth. Go ahead.
It says, verse 6, and the priest shall sprinkle the blood upon the altar of the Lord at the door of the tabernacle.
Winnie Queen, I know Joel Benjamin personally. That is a personal friend of mine. We're personal friends. He's in the truth. We do business together. I visited his store. Okay. But you know, I don't know about a cheat code to wealth. I don't know about that. But go ahead.
It says,
go ahead.
Verse 6, and the priest shall sprinkle the blood upon the altar of the Lord at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and burn the fat for a sweet savor unto the Lord. And they shall no more offer their sacrifices unto devils.
Well, the devils.
Yeah.
Okay, who are the devils that we're not offering sacrifice for? When you go that word in the Hebrew, it's shayar, which is the same word in Hebrew for seer, Mount Seir. So, and it's the first time that the word devil is used in the Bible, and it's being equated with the white man, with the Edomite, with seer. Right? Read on.
Yeah. So if anybody asks you, show me where the Bible says the white man is the devil, you can go right here.
Well, the first time we see devil introduced into the Bible,
yeah,
it's in relation to the white man, the Edomite.
Yeah,
right.
They've been the devil ever since we know about the
devil. The devil, see, and we sacrifice the devil. Who the devil we sacrifice now? Caesar Borgia.
But now, in pursuing Isaiah 34:6, the devil's going to be. There's a great sacrifice in the land of Basra.
And the devil himself, instead of sacrificing to a devil,
we're going to sacrifice the devil.
Yeah.
So you see, Most High was he was sick of us sacrificing the devil. So you know what? I'm just going to sacrifice the devil.
That's right. The devil.
Okay. Where are we at? Okay, verse 7. And they shall no more offer their sacrifices unto devils, after whom they have gone a whoring. This shall be a statute forever unto them throughout their generations. And thou shalt say unto them, whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers which sojourn among you, that offereth a burnt offering or sacrifice, and bringeth it not unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, to offer it unto Yahweh, even that man shall be cut off from among his people. And whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, that eateth any manner of blood, I will even set my face against that soul that eateth blood, and will cut him off from among his people. You go to Acts 15 chapter, I think it's like verse 10 or something like that. The apostles told people don't eat blood. That's part of the law right here. Okay, verse 11. For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it to you upon the altar to make an atonement for your souls. For it is the blood that maketh an atonement for the soul. Therefore I said unto the children of Israel, no soul of you shall eat blood, neither shall any stranger that sojourneth among you eat blood. And whatsoever man there be of the children of Israel, or of the stranger that sojourneth among you, which hunteth and catcheth any beast or fowl that may be eaten, he shall even pour out the blood thereof, and cover it with the dust. That may be eaten. So there's certain animals that you know, just that last bit, you can eat certain animals.
Yeah, that's right.
For it is the life of all flesh, and the blood of it is for the life thereof. Therefore I said unto the children of Israel, ye shall eat the blood of no manner of flesh. For the life of all flesh is the blood thereof. Whosoever eateth it shall be cut off. And every soul that eateth that which died of itself, or that which was torn with beasts, whether it be one of your own country or a stranger, he shall both wash his clothes and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. Then shall he be clean. I just want to get something real quick, right? Just sticking to the law. Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 12, because you just got done reading about an animal that dies of itself or is torn, right? Mm-hmm. This is Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 21. Ye shall not eat of anything that dieth of itself. Thou shalt give it unto the stranger that is in thy gates, that he may eat it, or thou mayest sell it unto an alien, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not see thy kid in his mother's milk. So if an animal dies of itself, us as the children of Israel, we can't eat it. But we can give it unto the other nations, right? It says, whether it be, watch this, right? Watch this. So Deuteronomy 14 and 21, this shows you that there's different types of strangers, right? Because verse 21 says we can't eat it. The children of Israel can't eat it, but we can give it to an alien or a stranger. But then Leviticus 17 and 15 says, and every soul that eateth that which died of itself, or which was torn with beasts, whether it be one of your own country or a stranger, he shall both wash his clothes and bathe him. Man, no, that's not what I was looking for. Anyway, disregard that. It says, and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the even, then shall he be clean. But if he wash them not, nor bathe his flesh, then he shall bear his iniquity. Salakia. Okay. 18 and 19?
No, we just read to the end of 18.
No, we're at the beginning of 18 now.
Okay, yeah, read to the end of 18. Huh?
This is Leviticus chapter 18, verse 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do. Neither shall ye walk in their ordinances. And this is going to list a bunch of stuff. This is that they did, these nations did. And watch around the 20s, which is one of the things that they did in Egypt. Ye shall do my judgments and keep mine ordinances to walk therein. I am the Lord your God. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them. I am the Lord. Yahweh. None of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him to uncover their nakedness. I am Yahweh. That's the Egyptians did that. What pharaoh was it that was like a product of
incest? It says, I forget, but what's her name? Hatshepsut brother slept with her and made. I want to say Akhenaten. I might be wrong, but yeah, one of them niggas was an inbred.
Yeah, and that's why it lists That's why it lists a lot of these things, because that's what they were doing in the land of Egypt and the land of Canaan, stuff like that. Verse 7: the nakedness of thy father or the nakedness of thy mother shalt thou not uncover. She is thy mother, thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover. It is thy father's nakedness. What was that one Egyptology, that Egyptian Negro talking about? You can sleep with your mother.
Yeah, I don't remember his name, but y'all remember the debate. The only reason I even took that debate is because Deacon said, man, this nigga, he's admitting that you can sleep. He said you can sleep with your mom. I said, bro, you serious? I'll debate the nigga. And if you notice, if y'all watch it, I led him for a minute. I just was playing with him, but I was like, all right, let me just say it. Let me just get to it, nigga. So you believe that? Right? Go ahead.
That's stupid to believe in. It says, the nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover. It is thy father's nakedness. The nakedness of thy sister, the daughter of thy father, or daughter of thy mother, whether she be born at home or born abroad, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover. The nakedness of thy son's daughter, or of thy daughter's daughter, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover, for theirs is thine own nakedness. The nakedness of thy father's wife's daughter, begotten of thy father, she is thy sister, thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's sister, she is thy father's near kinswoman. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy mother's sister, for she is thy mother's near kinswoman. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's brother. Thou shalt not approach to his wife, she is thine aunt. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy daughter-in-law, she is thy son's wife, thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy brother's wife, it is thy brother's nakedness. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter, neither shalt thou take her son's daughter, or her daughter's daughter, to uncover her nakedness, for they are her kinswoman, it is wickedness. This is all kinds of stuff they were doing in Egypt. Neither shalt thou take a wife to her sister, to vex her, to uncover her nakedness beside the other in her lifetime. Meaning, if you marry a woman, you can't marry her sister too. That's all that means. Verse 19. Also, thou shalt not approach unto a woman to uncover her nakedness, as long as she is put apart for her uncleanness. Moreover, thou shalt not lie carnally with thy neighbor's wife, to defile thyself with her. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech, neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God. I am Yahweh. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination. Homosexuality is an abomination. Verse 23. Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith. Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto. It is confusion. And that's how you know America's Babylon, land of confusion, because it's legal here. Zoophilia is legal in America, man. Zoophilia, having sex with animals, is legal here. Having sex with the same sex is legal here. You can have sex with damn near anything in America. That's why this place got to get burnt to smithereens. It says, verse 24, defile not ye yourselves in any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you. Yeah, that's what all these other nations were doing. These wicked stuff like that. So you want to be caught up into Kemet and Egyptology. They were doing all kinds of sexually perverse things like this. It says, and the land is defiled, therefore I do visit the iniquity thereof upon it, and the land itself vomiteth out her inhabitants. You read about that was my Psalm 12th chapter. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, and shall not commit any of these abominations, neither any of your own nation, nor any stranger that sojourneth among you. For all these abominations have the men of the land done, which were before you, and the land is defiled. That the land spew not you out also when ye defile it, as it spewed out the nations that were before you. For whosoever shall commit any of these abominations, even the souls that commit them shall be cut off from among their people. Therefore shall ye keep mine ordinance, that ye commit not.
So you don't deal with people who partake in such wickedry. Look at that. Look at that. Boom, boom.
I can't see from.
Look at it. I just seen it booming through the flag.
Oh, for real?
On Haitian flag day.
I can't see.
That thing is booming, man.
Oh, yeah.
Sabbath moon booming through that Haitian flag out here in Georgia, man. Go ahead.
Yeah. This is real reminiscent of,
It's real reminiscent. I can just think back, man, about 1795. Putting
into a blood moon.
Putting a white. We turned into a blood moon, right? Yeah. That's how much blood we were shedding on a white man. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, we did that. Okay. Verse 30. It said, therefore shall ye keep mine ordinances, that ye commit not any one of these abominable customs which were committed before you.
Douglas, real quick, man. I'll chill out on burning all that, right? Now, look out soon. I'm gonna do a lesson on it. I don't fully understand it, but I advise people against it because I haven't fully grasped it yet. But there's things in the Bible that we got to look at in regards to that burning these different things. I wouldn't burn nothing past incense, right? For now. That's just what I would tell you. My advice. You know, but I'm gonna go into it. Most I want soon. The Spirit get on me, right? But go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to show you how much the Christian church is just full of a bunch of bundles of sticks. Because how is any? They always go the law was contrary. How the hell is any of this contrary to us? Don't have sex with your father's wife. Don't have sex with your mother. Don't. How's that contrary to you?
Yeah, I'm gonna put that. Go ahead.
You people are crazy. Therefore shall you keep my ordinance, that ye commit not any one of these abominable customs which are committed before you, and that ye defile not yourselves therein. I am Yahweh your power.
There you go. That was in 18.
Yeah.
All right. So with that, we're gonna matter of fact, get Genesis 1 and 20 because I know the brother kept putting that in the chat.
Okay. Genesis.
Any type of instance. Go ahead.
Genesis chapter 1 verse 20. And God,
Cartier, I just already answered your thing. Go ahead.
And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven.
Yeah, so that's talking about the sea creatures in the matter of fact, Salakia. Where is that it? That's the verse I'm looking for. What day is that? 4?
This is the 4th day. No, this is the 5th day.
Yeah, that's talking about everything that's alive.
Yeah,
Bro. That's talking about all the things that are alive. That's what it's very simple. It's exactly what it says. Human beings that day, right? But no, I'm not taking questions. But he was just kept putting that. So, yeah, same mom, different dad are still sisters. Doesn't matter. Yeah. So anyway, outside of that, we're gonna end on that. We're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and we're gonna say Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, and
Shabbat Shalom.
Happy Haitian Flag Day. Shalom. Vivite.